Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be fixing some jeans that no longer fit me. These are my absolute favorite jeans and I just wish that I could still wear them, you know? And I went through and I had that time in quarantine where nobody was wearing jeans and I never ever thought I would again. So I put all my jeans away, I took them back out. Oh, these don't fit anymore. I kept these, which are from The Gap. They are my favorites and I didn't want to get rid of them. And I'm so glad I did not because I have a hack to make them fit again and to add some fun flair to them. Over the weekend I created this pair, which these are Levi's and they were fairly not cheap, so I didn't want to get rid of them, so I didn't. And they were always tight, actually. Like, you know how I feel like before quarantine we were all like, yeah, I can wear the tightest jeans I've ever worn. Now we're like, no, not anymore. And I added a camel print jean that I got at a thrift store to the side. I was gonna do it more like a tuxedo stripe, but I saw a YouTube tutorial, which I will definitely link below, adding like a little bit of the pocket at the top, and I thought that was so cool. So it adds a little more detail and then also inches to the side. So I didn't film this one, but I'm gonna do another pair like that with my favorite jeans. For my favorite jeans, I wanted to add some intrigue on the side. I used to have these bleach speckled jeans and I recreated that over the weekend as well, and I just used like a spray bottle and bleach, but I recreated that and I'm going to cut the strips out of these to create the sides for my Gap jeans. So that's what we're going to be doing in this video. Please excuse all the cat action. Since my last video, I got 2 cats, and very recently I got them this window bed thing that they are obsessed with, so it's not a lot I can do about it. So the first step is to figure out how much of an extension you need on the jeans. You're gonna wanna try them on. You can see how much space you need, because technically these fit. Like, I can put them on, I can zip them, but it's not super comfortable to wear jeans that just barely fit. So I'm gonna measure how much space I need, like this. That's like 3 or 4 inches. I already measured it. And then I'm going to use that to figure out how much I want to add on the side. Second step is going to be cutting up the sides. So now that you've tried your jeans on, it's time to cut them open. Yes, I am left-handed. Thank you very much. And if you cut through the pocket, that's fine because we're gonna resew it anyway. So don't worry about that. If you've cut the inside part of the pocket at all, it's bound to happen. Just don't cut the rivet with your nice scissors. Don't do that. So now I'm just gonna do the other side and I'll come back. Now I have my front and my back cut in half. I've got all my pockets intact and we're just gonna put it aside. So you just cut the 2 sides, not the insides. Make sure you don't cut the insides. I've determined that I need about 4 inches added to the sides. I'm going to cut a 2-inch strip front and back, which will add up to 4 inches. And I'm gonna measure that all the way down before I cut anything. So I'm just gonna use my ruler and chalk to measure that. And you want it to match up with the side seam of your jeans, 2 inches all the way down. Measure that, line it up good, all the way at the top good. Don't block the camera with your arm. So I'm gonna use the rotary cutter to cut. And this just makes it easy to stay on the exact line that you want to be on. You definitely want to go slow with the rotary cutter and make sure you're cutting both layers. This is where where you might not, get it all in there. Sometimes things are too thick for the rotary cutter. Okay, so now you have a 2-inch strip. Something to note that I just fixed is that you want to make sure that your seam is actually laying flat. So I just cut that 2-inch piece, and it was 2 inches on this side and it was almost 3 inches on the back. So once you actually lay the seam flat, there was extra on the back side. So if you want, you can pin it like I have here, and I just trimmed off the excess. But if it had, gone a different way, it would be too small, and I just want to make sure that I note that. So definitely be sure to lay the seam flat, because we want this center seam to be actually centered on your new jeans. So make sure you do that before you go ahead and cut, but it turned out fine in this case. So now we're going to start on the process of attaching this piece to our 2 small jeans. And to do that, first of all, right sides together. Definitely want to make sure your waistbands are matched up and pin it, and you want to make sure your pockets are all matched up as well. So they line up anyway, so that's lucky. Here and also here. So before you get to pinning the pockets, you want to cut around this rivet, because you do not want your machine to get involved with the rivet, because it could absolutely ruin it. Okay, so it's just make sure that that is peeking out. And I'm going to pin the 2 pockets together. So all pinned up, and now it's time to get sewing. So now we're gonna get to the sewing. A couple of things I wanted to note is that I'm using a yellowish thread that matches the thread on the jeans. And I actually purchased a denim needle for this because denim is thicker than typical fabric, and it makes it like really easy and really nice to sew. So just a couple things to note, and then I just did a straight stitch on this. So otherwise, fairly simple sewing, but I just wanted to note those things. To keep the 2 waistbands really nicely aligned, I just wheeled my needle in so that it is exactly where I want it to be. And that is the only way I think I could keep it really nicely actually lined up. Okay, yeah, that's really good. Goodly lined up. And that was the 2 pockets where I was like, let me just hold them in place. Looking good so far. So now we've got our 1 seam done, and now we're just going to flip it over. First of all, look how nice. Check it out, see how good we did, really well. Okay, it took some thinking and flipping around, but now you're gonna match up this, what we just sewed, to the back side, so back pocket. So now it's like the pants are inside out. So you're gonna start pinning this side up. This side you don't have to match up any pockets, so very easy. Okay, so with the 2 belt loops right here, it did prove to be a little difficult to get the foot on there, but it is, and we're still on the right line, so I'm gonna do my best, but it might not work. And again, I just fed the needle in to the 2 waistbands so that it actually lines up well. I finished them off camera. TBH, I have been wearing them since I finished them because they're just so comfy now. They are my same like worn in cool jeans, but they just fit like worn in cool jeans now. And they're super comfy, and I think this is like one of the easiest little sewing projects that you could do to save a thing in your wardrobe that you don't want to get rid of. Finished it up, and it looks so cool. I just love it. Other than that, we got some stunning new pants. They're almost a little too big. Honestly, they're a little loose, which is really nice. So that is my final pants. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to subscribe to this channel and go ahead and give me a follow on Instagram at ScrougerUpper for more DIY projects like this one. If you end up doing this, feel free to tag me on Instagram as well. I'd love to see it. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.